All right, so another thing we need to sort out is why we have no instrumentation at all. So I was short one fuse the other day. That was this feller here. So we're going to put it in the non-use bucket, and we are going to install another 8-amp fuse that we were able to acquire. Like I said, I did end up finding a pack of just 8s, but we'll stick with this brand to start with. I've got enough of these little fuses on hand now that I think we can handle about anything that comes to us. So put that sucker in there. We're not sure that these are all making contact, so we're going to have to go through with a test light more than likely and see if that's not happening. The other thing I noticed is your oil temperature and charging bulbs are not in good shape, so it is entirely possible that that is the problem. They are 5007 bulbs, kind of an odd number, but the O parts store had them on the shelf, so I can't complain. They are very much Chinesium and not Italianesium, but I think it'll be fine. Let's put that sucker back in. It may be, I never thought of that, but that could be that I'm not getting a good enough ground since I have this all hooked up loosey-goosey. So we may fiddle around with it and see if we can't get her to light. All right, so today we're going to try to sort out some electricity problems on this Italian stallion. I have my test light here. You can see it lights up. And so we need to just go down the line and figure out why we have no instrumentation of any kind. So we know we have power there, and we know that it runs and it cranks with the key. So that tells me that we are in fact getting power from our wire that goes to the switch, and with a quick test here, we are getting power to our alternator. So those two wires are good. Now, when I come to our fuse box, I am getting nothing on either side of the fuse box, and that is a no-no. So that tells us something's wrong, but I'm going to try it with the key on one click and see. This one should light up if that's how it works. Okay, I got power on both sides of this because this fuse goes to the thermo starter and the horn, as we recall. So this one is getting current through it. Now, behind you is the wire for the horn. Let's just see if that one works when I push the horn button. It does. So that wire is good, that circuit's good. Let's try the thermo starter. This is gonna be kind of a trick because I don't know if I can. Now, yes, we do get current through that one. So that circuit is good. However, we have absolutely no lights on the dash, and we should. And I don't know what is our trouble here. Okay, so if I look at this light, I am getting power to it right now. So that means it would be lit up. I probably need to go get the book. Wow, I got power to both. Something is not right in tractor land here. Let's go back to this fuse box just to check. So when it's off, there's nothing. First click, thermo starter, horn. Also this, number 2, which was the instrument cluster. and it shows that I'm getting it on both sides, and then nothing else, because these are all lights, I think. Third position, I'm getting third position, I get both of these, this, instruments of course, this one, and then nothing on 4 and 5. Now I get this and this. Okay, so now I got power on all these except the last one. And then the final position, these two trade. You don't get it on 4, but you get it on all the others. Okay, so that means that this is working correctly, but I don't understand why I'm not getting any dash lights at all. I should be getting something. The only thing I can figure is that I am not getting a good ground to the dash, because otherwise why would I not? Why would I not get time to be real? Oh. So I'm wondering, by doing this, I'm just not sure what the deal is. Let's look at other stuff here. Now, I guess I'm not thinking with my dipstick here, because you would have your temperature gauge, you have a temperature gauge and a fuel gauge, and everything else is idiot lights. So you have an oil idiot light, you have a charging idiot light, and then you have an idiot light. Now there's I think the other one is a parking brake indicator light, but looking at the parking brake, I don't see any switch unless it's down under the floor. So I'm gonna have to figure that out. I need to go in the house and get the book again, because flying solo here is not a good idea. I just don't understand why I don't get something. See, there's temperature, green, and green is definitely it's hooked to the sender. So when I turn the key on 1, I should get hot in here, and I don't. There it is. There's hot in here. So that's our power in. We have that. Our fuel sender, well, we don't know because this gauge is bad. So we need to get a new gauge, for one. But we need to figure out these idiot lights. I don't know why we're not getting anything. That one is gray. The oil pressure is gray and black. So this light should be on as soon as you turn the key on, I would think. Right? When you turn the key on, I have power in. I have power in, but I have no... What is going on here? Are we not getting... I really want something to work here. Okay, I've got power now to this, power to this. This should be ground, so I shouldn't get anything. But when I plug this to this, I should get a light. And I'm not. Do I get power to this? This is kind of a hazardous design though too, because then this outer piece is always charged. Okay. Power to this. It shows I'm getting power to this, and that ain't, that's not right. I guess I'm getting power to this, but I'm not getting ground. So that tells me that this is working. This is working, but I'm not getting a good ground. So let's go over to our sender. Let's get this off of here. Now, I should be able to do something and get that light to light up, if this wire's good. And I'm not. I'm not getting anything through this wire. Why is that? This wire could be bad, or it could be corroded, or something. Because I have power through, did I shut it off again? No, I have power here. I have power here. I need ground in order to make this go. And I got nothing. Okay, I wonder if let's see if we can find, and it's not going to be easy, let's see if we can find a connector where that goes through down here, which is right here, and see if we don't have current through both sides of this. Oh, this hurts my brain. Okay, stop. Now, current there. Current there. We have current here, but we don't ever have a light. The wire appears to be good. Let's tuck this out of the way again. But why can I not get that light to light? I'm starting to wonder if this bulb is any good. I don't know why I can't get this to light up. That's what I'm getting at here. Let's go experiment. Okay, well, we're back in the same boat. Bulb works, we know that. I just tested it. But I am not getting any light. I don't understand it. I should be getting something. I should be getting something. So, if I were to do what? If I were to take this wire and hold it to here, okay. Huh, I'm not convinced that my holder here is working right. but I don't know why it would be not working. Oh, Pinot. This is really making a problem. Crusty, but not bad. Let's emery cloth it up. See if we can somehow get it to I don't think this is bad though, because it was making connection through the wire. It's just not. Maybe it has to be just perfect. Let's try her again. This is a trick, I see. There we go. It's actually kind of an ingenious little design. Oh. Okay, well, I take that back. It's an ingenious little pain in the... Okay, there we go. Pinot, 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 Pinot. It's a pain in the... It's like you've never seen it. Oh, la 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 la. I ain't getting nothing. That is odd. That is odd. I should get something. I don't like the end on the wire. Maybe that's another thing. There! I got light. It says press. So now I just need to get it to where it does that when it's hooked up to the sender. It is possible that this sender is bad. You know, we did nothing. We did nothing to this. However, this is the one I'm really, really worried about. I want this to work because, you know, you need to know if your oil pressure goes away. And I'm wondering just now if what I did was that the end of this wire isn't very good, and I somehow twisted it when I stretched it to get it down to the ground and got it to, I don't know. Because it feels kind of loosey-goosey. I might do another new one. Let's take a look now and see if we have... No, we haven't got nothing. I mean, I assume that the light goes out there. Okay. Yeah, I think the end of my wire is not good. So I'm going to redo that, and then we'll regroup. All right, remember this wire is actually a wire that is coated with a coating. So I hope I can get it stripped off. There you can see the inner and the outer. Maybe putting a new end on it will make it more better. There. I'm gonna even see about doing this. That'll fit inside there good. So now, we should have a good connection from our sender to whatever. And it even kind of still looks original. That's gonna break, but hey, it's on there. Let's see. I should have put that behind the tack cable, but I have to put a different tack cable on it anyway, so I'll fix that problem then. Now, do we still have success? Yes, we do. Good. All right. Next, I want to see if that light goes out when you start it. It does. Good deal. When we shut it off, it should come back on. Still holding oil pressure. Let's see. We'll see how long it takes to come back on. But it should, in theory, come back on. There we go. Okay, that's good. I think that means it's pretty healthy because it took it a while to come back on. So that's good. Now, one of these lights, I really need to go get the book. One of these lights is parking, one is charging. And I don't know if we'll get that to work or not, because you have to have many things happening for that to work. I would assume that that is also triggered by ground, and it runs off this little gizmo here, which I guess you can't get anymore. But I don't know if I'll get that off or not. We can test and see if we can get it to light up. I gotta get the book, like I said. I should just have it out here with me, but I'm not thinking ahead ever, so I don't know. We need to also check and see why our, like, what's messed up here. Is it our tack or is it our drive? Because the tack cable, I think, just sheared off. If I could get it freed up, I might have another tack cable, but I don't know. Well, I'm about over the wiring, to be honest with you. Everything seems to be working except the stuff that doesn't. So, I'm going to take some of these gauges out that we know are not functioning. And see if we can accomplish something with them. I doubt it. I'm just glad we got oil pressure. Our next big thing is temperature. The rest we can live without for now. Boy, that's going to fight to the end, isn't it? That's nice. Jeez. Well, foo. I wish I could spin it up here to where I'm working, but I can't because they made it in such a way that it locks the tab in there. Man. think I should have just bought the new $100 gauge cluster. Be done with it. Okay, my question is why? What's going on? Does it not turn? Is it messed up in the drive? Or is it messed up in the gauge itself? This gauge is super heavy, so I don't know what they made them with, or what's inside one. We may end up finding out what's inside one, not by choice. I don't know. And we don't know what we're doing here, so I'm wondering if this unscrews. I don't know, you can't see what I'm doing, but I'm not having tremendous success here. I thought maybe this should pull off of here, and it doesn't. I think I'm going to call this a non-usable piece. It's got little stuff floating around in it. It doesn't seem to move. It seems very stuck. So a new hour meter, I suppose, is on our list of things to acquire, which I'm not. It's understandable. It's an old, I mean, it's been sitting a lot of years, so it probably didn't even work when they parked it. So we must figure that out. We can get a new one of these, I know. So that's no big total loss. Like I said, I don't really understand why it's so tight, but that is obviously our problem, and it does not spin. So we're just going to see. It's just not right. Wow, that's more than I'm capable of understanding there, so yeah, we're just gonna, part of me wants to take it apart now and see how it's made, but maybe another day. Alright, so we need, at the very least, our 2 gauges, and because this one is no good either, like I said. No needle left on the fuel gauge. Temperature gauge is always in the green, which I guess that's good. You're always having a good day. But we'll have to just order new on that. I'm stoked that I got that oil light working though, because we got to have that. I should have brought some jumper wires too. I could have tested and see if, if I could get this to light. Other parts I've ordered. I got the hood pin thing, or the grill has a fancy chrome deal. I got that ordered. I ordered, what else? I ordered a new tie rod for this. A gasket for that cover in the back because it's leaking. Odds and ends is what I'm saying. And then we'll just keep plugging away at it like this until we figure out finally what all has to happen here. Because, there's a lot of stuff going on. All right, I'm still on a quest to try to get this charging indicator light to work. So I got the alternator here, which is the right factory alternator. I had to order a new voltage regulator because the one that I thought I could salvage was totally melted inside. Nothing there. So I've got an original style replacement. It's not exactly like the original. It's made out of plastic now, but it will fit the same bolt pattern, it looks like, and has an in and out terminal just like this is supposed to have. So, how do we put this back to original? Well, we have 2 wires here unaccounted for. These 2 obviously go on this post, which is very rusty. And I may end up having to get this alternator rebuilt anyway. I don't know. But I need to make these go. So looking at our wiring diagram, we have 30, which is the S and the M. That's what's on there, the pink and brown or whatever they are. It's the S is pink, M is brown. Yep, that's right. Okay, then we have G in the center, and G is yellow. So we have yellow, so that's going to go on here. And then finally off to the side, we have the post 67, which is H, and H is gray. And we have a gray, and we have a number 67, so we know that that's here. So we'll get some terminals fitted up and clip those on at least. I think maybe if I do this right, I could use this in there, maybe. Oh, well, I can now because my housing's broke. But I may have to take this to my alternator shop and see if they can rebuild, because I really don't know if they will have parts for such a thing or not. I don't even know what brand this is, you know. I just know it's not a Delco. So it's going to take some thinking, probably. He might look at it and say, oh yeah, that's a Chinesium X3B Italian Special 7. But I do not know. So we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Let's try it with a housing on it. And I would assume we would go like this. That kind of works. I don't know if it would work in a new one, but we'll get the gray one put on. Maybe we'll get the gray one put on. There we go. Alright. Jeez, come on. Come on. Well, it doesn't want to cooperate with staying put on here. There we go. Let's try this here. We're gonna have to zip ties. We're gonna have to do something there to keep stuff away from heat. This, I don't know. I wish I could find a better nut to put on here. But do we know, is that foreign thread? Probably. Huh. I don't know what to do there. Can I turn this one tight enough to make it work one more time? Only to find out that it doesn't charge and we have to replace pieces anyway. That charging indicator thing does not appear to be in existence. And that makes me nervous, because then does that mean this whole setup is useless and I just spent 50 bucks on a regulator for nothing? We're gonna hope that the one I got works. There's not a lot of flat sides left on this either anymore. Jeez. Come on. I should probably switch to an appropriate tool, but I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna keep Oh, come on, you. Did that tighten it up? I think it did. There we go. I'm happy with that for now. Next order of business is this little guy. It says it is the relay for the charging indicator light. Boy, has it got a lot of wires in it for something that sounds so simple. So, I think that the first thing I'm going to have to do is just take everything off one at a time and start cleaning it up. So, I'm going to start with these two pegs on the, and one of them is just a half peg. Like I said, I really wish I had a metric tap and die set, because I'm finding more and more that there would be a lot of reasons to have one. We're going to try to get this. Oh no, I just started twisting it off. Well, I've got that other plate over here that has a whole bunch of screws in it, but I bet they're locked pretty tight. So I guess I will go salvage some out of that, because I bent this one. And it was kind of rusty anyway. I'm thinking, and I don't know why, because that never works out, but I'm thinking that this thing that we're working on is going to need ground through this plate. But I might be wrong on that too. Let's use some inappropriate stuff there to get that cleaned out. Just to say we did. Just to say we did. I wonder if my other screw here will clean out that hole if I turn it in. And I just got a screwdriver and I lost it. There it is. Man, those do not want to go in there very good at all. So what's a guy do? Does a guy put it in there like this and then take the vice grip and try to turn it like we did the other one and then bend it? If I had a metric tap and die set, I could make this happen probably pretty easy. Once you get to a certain point, it should go, because you will have gone all the way through the nut that's welded into the plate. Here's. Wondering if that's why someone before us has put on a couple lock washers, because they didn't want to deal with this. But we are going to clean this up. I'll get some more of these pulled out of that other plate, and then we will see what we can accomplish. All right, well, I got those cleaned out in a not so beautiful fashion, but we got it to work. Now we're going to hopefully start mounting back, and this little thing shares one hole with the regulator, so I don't know if this goes underneath. I'm not sure. All I know is that we got a heck of a mess here, and we're not sure that this little thing is even going to be any good. Now, if we were smarter, like an electrical engineer, we could probably look at the wiring diagram and figure out what this needs to do and what kind of modern relay I could get at the auto parts store that would make that happen. But seeing as how we're not smart, we're not going to be able to do that. Maybe I can find somebody who knows the solution to this problem. Alright, this wire here, I don't know where my book went. The red and gray wire to this relay would be, is that the HR wire? Red is R, H is gray. HR wire, well, there's two different terminals that have HR wires with a jumper over. They go to the fuse box. So I'm wondering if that means these are the power ins. I don't really know. I'm sure having mud between them was really good for them. There is very, very low chance that this electrical component is going to work, as rough as it is. I mean, look at it. It's pretty bad. I don't know. Can we remember that yellow goes on this other one so we can do two at once? I tried to clean up the yellow one a while ago. And this does work somewhat because the yellow one goes to the alternator, and when I touched the test light to it, there was power here. So somehow here, it is in fact making contact, but this just looks so bad. Come on. That might be as good as she gets. Backside's kind of rusty. Maybe life will smile on us and it will make connection. The yellow goes here. This one is the one that goes to the gauge, this light blue. So here in a minute we're going to do some experimentation, and we should be able to get that to light up the light on the dash by just grounding it out like we did for that other deal. And if it doesn't, we got to figure out why we can't get that to happen. Alright, so we are going to start with this, I suppose. And can we find a... Boy, that feller chewed up now after using it to clean the holes out. Put this through there. Put that in. Put this in. Come on, baby. I will have to get a new one, though, for the others, because those ones off the salvage plate were just no good. That just would not go. I tried, and it wouldn't go. That's not good, but we're gonna go with it. Now, probably have to get a jumper wire here and see if we can go to the ground and make this light up, because I did not have luck with that a while ago. So we'll cut a new end of wire and see if that helps. And of course, per usual fashion, we're gonna just rig it. Let's see if we can make that light come on. Whoa. Okay. So it should be this light here. And if I do this, well, first of all, if I strip the other end so that I can use it, if I do this, it should light up. And it's not. And I don't understand that, because we just put a new bulb in it. But the other side was a fight. Why wouldn't this one be? Now, a while ago, when we made the other one work, what we did was totally destroy this housing. So we'll follow suit and we'll totally destroy this housing. And then probably never, let's shut the key off so we can conserve our battery. And there's a crusty spring in there. And the plunger. And we put the plunger back in. And you don't know what's happening, but we're going to clean the end of this spring. Is what we're doing. Put that back in. And we're going to clean this terminal good. If you can see that, I don't know. We'll know in editing that we wasted our time. Alright, that looks pretty and clean. Let's bend this tab up again. I learned my lesson earlier on that. Now we need to get this in this spring. There we go. We're going to snap her in. Going to put our bulb back in. Then we need to put that back in. This on here. Turn. No light. Test light shows. Do we have power to that? We have to have power to the housing for it to light up. Maybe that's our problem. Our test light's not... Why is our test light not participating? Okay. We have very, very weak power as we go down the line. And I don't know why that would be. We should have power coming across here. I'm wondering if I need to jump her. This is odd. I don't really understand the situation, other than it appears to me that it just has power to I don't really understand how it keeps it from just lighting on fire and destroying things, but I just don't have enough juice, I don't think, over there to run this bulb. As in no juice. Now, maybe that's made that way. Maybe it is. I can see how it's made. So maybe if I touch this to hot, do we have a light? The other one, see, this one's got a hot wire coming into it, and then this runs off a ground for the oil, but I noticed that this has a rubber insulator between it. So the other ones do not, you see. So if we look at this, we know that it is the A wire, right? Light blue. And it goes through here to our light, and our light is grounded. So the wire has to be powered because that light is grounded. So that is good news for us. If we turn on the key again, which it's still on, if we touch it to this terminal, we have power. Okay, so That's good, because when it's off, it's not charging. So we should have power. And our goal is to make the light go out. So that means if we put this here like this, this may be a product of that we don't have a good ground because I don't have the dash tight. So if I take my jumper wire from ground, I hold it to the housing, does it light up? Yes, it did for a second. Let me clip it in here some way where I can have a free hand. Well, there we go. Okay, now if I do this, yay, we have a G. That's pretty spiffy. What about our park? G. Okay, so we need to, I guess, if our sheet metal isn't doing a good enough job of grounding, then we're going to have to manually create a ground, run a ground wire to this to get this to work. But that is our charging light. So that does work, and it does come through that relay, so maybe the relay works. Maybe we'll put a regulator in and we'll have stuff. That's handy, so we know that's good. Our next mission then is this indicator. I got 2 new gauges ordered a while ago, so they should be here sometime. This says parking indicator. I don't know where the switch is. I'm gonna have to clean the floorboard to find one, I suppose, because I sure don't see it just looking at it. There's a lot of trash though on the platform, so it may be underneath. I don't know. We'll just have to investigate that and see what's what. So back to the book, I suppose. Okay, GoPro died, but I will show you, I did get this working. So the way it works is, it's not, it wasn't getting ground either. It's not a parking lamp indicator. I gotta turn the key here. It actually comes on to show you you have like your, I guess your high beams or parking lights or something on. So it does come on, you can see, when you move the key to one of the far positions. So all of that's good, which is good news for us, because that means our wiring is correct and nothing is out of whack that we can tell. So lucky us. As always, if you enjoy my videos, give them a thumbs up. That helps out the channel and it doesn't cost you anything. Leave a comment. Tell me that you liked it or tell me that you hated it. Tell me I'm a moron. I really don't care, but anything that you say helps us out too. So thank you again, as always, for watching, and I will see you in the next one.